Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I'm JD. We're going to continue on Kenshi. So, last episode, we made it to the southern hive here, and we scouted out where the queen was. And I think we're not going to quite jump right into battle. I think we're going to wait a little bit, just kind of see what else pops up around here. Now, reading some of the comments, one person mentioned that once the hivers capture you, they put you on a spike. And when that spike is filled, apparently the king, wherever he is and whatever he is, comes and eats almost instantly. So I'd kind of like to find where these spikes are and just figure out like what happens exactly before we get going here. So I'm not too sure where they are, but hopefully we can find it. So we're just, oh geez, what is this? What the heck is that? Holy crap, look at those stats. Looks like this is the king. That thing is freaking crazy. I've never seen it before. Man, how do you even take that thing out? Probably have to, like, use a bunch of crossbows or something. That's insane. 292 strength. Probably just one-shots you in the head. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad I didn't storm the keep, I guess you could say. Now I wonder if you somehow got to the queen and threw her on the spike. I wonder if it would eat it. Might have to test that. I think it'd be more fun to capture the queen and actually keep it for hiver assaults or something. I think it'd be interesting to see what the hivers elite come to our base and if they can attack it. So it looks like we've got a couple hivers here ready to attack us. Looks like they're just the regular drones though, so that's okay. Shouldn't have an issue here. Let's make sure we unequip our bags. Don't need that. And Michael was mentioning that our dexterity is minus 16, and that's just because we are wearing this, which, as you can see, dexterity effect is 0.90. So you're probably used to him wearing this, which is now close to 60. But I do agree he needs some work, and the only way to address that dexterity is to equip katanas. So maybe we should let him use that for a little bit, and hopefully he can get some decks built. Alright, Jesse, let's back you up a little bit. Let's get Dark Soto in there. Alright, so maybe we can use one of these guys and see what happens with the spike, if we can find them. I don't know where they would be. I figured they would be kind of like in where all the hivers are, but just have a quick look around, I suppose. Now the spikes are fairly hard to see, so just gonna have to take a nice quick look here. Now, I don't really see anything in here. Oh, looks like we got one of the elites kind of running towards. We've got a couple of them running over here. They must somehow telepathically know that we're over here. So maybe we should... I don't know where that king went. He must just roam around until he's ready to be fed. Looks like he's just over here. I think. Oh no, those are drones. Either way, I don't think we want to run into him accidentally or get eaten by him. Doesn't seem like he cares about what he's eating, he's just destroying. So I'm just gonna quickly check out. I don't see anything around here, but I might have to get nice and close to the ground and just kind of look for spikes. Don't know how close or far they would be, so just gotta keep an eye out. What's this? There's one. Okay, so where's the other ones then? Unless there's... Oh no, here they are. So there's a bunch of them here. Alright. So that was nice and easy. Oh, looks like we got some more here. Excellent. Soto, I'll just get you to back up. Agnew, get you to back up as well. Dark Soto, you can get working on your dexterity. And after we knock down these guys, I think we will throw a couple of them on the spikes and see what happens when King is over there. Wonder how quick he gnaws on people, I guess you could say. Now I'm also wondering too, when I have robots on my squad, because they are not fleshies, I wonder what happens when they get knocked out. So it'd be kind of interesting to get in a bit of a fight with the elite drone guards, and to see if they put them on the spikes or not. So grab a couple of these guys. Go throw them on a spike over here. I'll throw them on this first one I seen. Who picked it up? Can't remember who grabbed a person. That was Commander. So let's put him on there. Sadneo's the other one. Sadneo, come here. Where are they now? They're really hard to see. There they are. Kind of camouflaged into the ground here. So throw him on there. Oh, they raised an alarm, so now we've got to back up a little bit here. Let's wait for the king to come. I would imagine it doesn't affect him who he eats or destroys, so we'll just kind of hang out over here for now. These guys are still content on savaging us. Agnew, let's see if we can shoot him. See if you can get him in the butt. Oh, not quite. No, I don't think so. Plus you're wearing armor that really hinders your ability to shoot, so maybe just pop those off for a second. Are they still there? Yeah, they're still there. That one's not going anywhere, his leg's kind of blown off. He's dead, so he's not going to be able to get off the spike on his own. Not even too sure if that's a thing, so just going to eagerly await this king and see what happens. Looks like he's on his way. I can just barely see him there. Alright, Agnew, before you shoot your own guys. Jeez, you can barely see him without his armor on. And the king's just over the hill here. It's crazy. I still can't get over how high his stats are. Like attack is 152. Like how do you even mess with that? I almost want to just throw someone in there for science and see what one of his hits does. Because if this is as fast as he moves, it shouldn't be too hard to get a bunch of crossbowmen to kill him, or at least shoot at him and injure him enough where he is no longer like a threat, if you could say that. I mean, his stats aren't incredibly tough to deal with, but because he's a robot, they are, I think, naturally resistant to cutting. So you would definitely need, yeah, he's going to Ham Town with them. I guess I should have clicked the drone beforehand. I didn't realize he was just going to hover him really like that, so I don't think it's possible to get him off there. But it doesn't seem like he's a huge threat if you don't provoke him. So it looks like the sun's going down. And I've noticed in some towns, the, uh, what do you call it? The guards do hide, or not hide, but they go to bed, leaving their masters or the nobles or whoever they're protecting kind of uh, what do you call that? Like they're unaware of what's going on until they are woken up. And because Master Jesse is very highly skilled in sneaking, probably have to take this lantern off. I think we should see if we can notice the drones like sleeping, and we'll see if there's any possibility of actually kidnapping the queen. If that's possible, I think that's a better goal at this point than fighting the king, considering he's an absolute tank. Now, I do kind of wonder if you could craft um, like a building and put like a couple harpoons. Well, I don't think you could use harpoons because you would need power, but a couple crossbow turrets, which might help bring down the health of him. And I almost wonder if it's possible once you knock him down to actually kidnap him, or I suppose would just be a, like a pickup or whatever. So it's now 00 o'clock. So I figure this would be the best time to throw the sneak on, and so we're sneak 70. We shouldn't really be spotted. Just kind of sneak up over here and see what everybody's up to. Ah, perfect. It seems as though the queen just sits there and doesn't do anything. And all these drones have seemingly gone to sleep. Now, I'm not too sure where the other ones are. So let's just pause while I'm kind of looking. Okay, so they're all over here. So I don't think I would want to run by this side. So my best bet would be to possibly... Oh, I don't want to go this way either. So maybe my best bet would be to travel up through here, maybe. See. Could probably get through here. So those guys are just over there. Okay, okay. Let's see here. So let's run back this way. See if I can sneak by these domes here. Let's just kind of run over here. Now the thing about hivers is they're really quick on their feet. So just got to be careful. Sneak over here, stay away from these torches as they give off a lot of light. I don't think there was anyone. Okay, there was one sleeping there, so let's just kind of make our way over here. Hopefully they don't have that good of hearing. See if we can just sneak over there. Looks like he's been spotted, or at least something might be aware of him. Let's go do a little stealth knockout. Excellent. Alright, let's just kidnap you. Make sure nobody woke up there. Looks like all these guys are still sleeping. This guy doesn't seem to know what's going on either. So let's just kind of get the hell out of here. Before any of these elites even notice that I'm here. And let's just go over this way. Okay, well I'm glad nobody's in there. That would have been a huge mistake. King is still busy, I'd imagine. Yeah, he's just making a big bloody mess here. Looks like he's chewed off his legs already. And his arms. Unfortunately, that guy was already... I guess fortunately he was already dead, so he doesn't need to deal with screaming bloody murder. Alright, well I think that was a fairly successful mission of seeing what the hive was all about. So at this point, we will probably hightail it out of here, if that's a possibility. Now, I don't think I can really get through these, so we're going to have to go through the southern Hive village there again. Yeah, it looks like... Well, there might be a way up here. We should go check it out in case there's a nice and easy way out. Looks like there's a bit of a path kind of carved out of the mountain here, so we'll just have to check it out. These guys are probably fighting a bunch of goats again, which is kind of funny. So yeah, it looks like we can actually get up this way, so that's awesome. We'll take advantage of that. That way we're kind of out of these mountain ranges here. That'll be a good entry point for next time around. Seems like that would be a good way to get rid of nobles or have, you know, some other captives eaten alive. It looks like we got some goats right here. A little baby goat. Which reminds me, I should check on these two. Yeah, they seem to be okay. So I think we're still good on food. Burns carrying the bag, so shouldn't have an issue. I could probably give that back to the master. So he's got his weapon if he needs it. And it's a bunch more goats here even. Doesn't seem like the hivers watch this pathway in and out. I haven't seen any yet, so could be led into a big surprise, but definitely make sure we keep an eye out for him. Looks like there's a black gorilla just down the path here. It's quite the steep little path. I think the devs kind of wanted to keep it hidden. Because I've never seen the... Well, I was going to say I've never seen them come through this way, but I've never actually gone down completely into the hive. I came down as far as this hive village and realized I didn't have any acid protection at that point, so I kind of turned back and never came the full way. Right, well that was kind of not necessarily the way I was planning the episode to go, but considering they were all level 91 attack, I didn't want to risk losing a bunch of my characters to the supposed king. And one day we will have to revisit that place when we have at least a couple characters, most likely Master and Commander. Maybe Burn and Dark Soto will be up to that level 90 one day, but definitely took a long time for even Master to get up to, what is he at? 83. So, I mean, to get to level 91 would probably take a lot of fighting. Alright, well that was nice and easy to get out of there, so now we just have to um, get past all the other hivers without them hopefully noticing that I'm carrying the queen. So I've never really explored much in here. It seems like there may be some more ruins or something of that sort. Looks like we've tagged a gorilla, but I don't think he can see very far because he just gave up chase there. Don't really see any other ruins. Nothing's popping up on my info screen there, so there's probably something over here though, I would imagine. And there might be more even on this little trek here. It's probably another like high village. Just like this one here, just kind of blocking your entry and exit points. So I guess we could probably speed this process up a little bit. And we will hopefully make it back home in time to see what happens when we lock the queen up. Just gonna throw it on triple time. Discovered outpost. Excellent. So what's this one? Armory. Okay, so there might be some decent armor in there. We will definitely check it out. Alright, let's throw it on normal mode. And let's go see what's here. Now I'm gonna imagine that there's probably just some standard armors, but I'm not too sure what would be inside. Oh, hello. Bunch of drones, armory drones. Okay, fair enough. And I just kind of storm in there with the queen, so they're probably not going to be too happy about that. So let's just exit here and give Master his weapon back. And we're going to have ourselves a little battle here. Huh, I've never really seen any drone guards with actual armor on, so that's kind of different. Sadnail, you might as well get in here as well. Excellent. Alrighty, so kind of go back in here and see if some of these other guys want to tango. The water or whatever's in here isn't really doing too well, it seems. Not too sure why it's all glitchy, but sometimes the game is like that. Looks like he had a different kind of weapon than the other guys. What are they carrying? Mark II. Cool. Alright, so let's take the master here and see what kind of goodies we get. So So if you come here and you're like, ooh, JD got a I don't know, like an Edge 3 katana. Maybe if I go there, I'll get an Edge 3. It's usually not the case because all of these are random per import. So even if it's not imported, your game will be completely different than what mine was, unless it's like a special container, like at Savant's little palace in the Skinner's Rome or whatever it's called. Um, he will have like the blueprints to the grinder, whereas um, what am I trying to say? Someone else's save will have that exact same loot, so that's kind of spread across all of the save files. But anything in these like chests and stuff don't usually um, pop up in everybody's saves as the same thing. Doesn't look like these drones even made that much armor. There's a specialist gun here. Well, what did it say? It said something about an attack. Hive attack moving towards Outlaws. Excellent. So they've realized that the queen is no longer on her throne. So I guess that means that they will be attacking every day now. Or necessarily every so often. So that'll be interesting who they bring. I hope it's a bunch of elites, because my harpoon turrets will have no issues cutting through them, as they don't wear any heavy armor. So I wonder where they come from. Okay, so they come from the southern Hive village. So we're not too far from them. Oh, I didn't even think to check the queen. So she's got a My2 pole arm. She does 30% armor penetration. That's interesting. And an attack bonus of +6. So that's a pretty damn good weapon, actually. It's only a cutting and blunt damage of 1, so maybe it's not so great. But that's alright. We won't use those anyway. Okay, so guess we'll just continue to make our way this way. I don't think we'll run into them. Looks like we might be at about as fast as they are moving, so we might kind of come up behind them. When we reach our base. Just going to speed up time again here, just to make things a little more quick for you guys. Yeah, I don't think we're going to quite run into them, but that's okay. I don't think we will want to with the queen on our shoulder. Yeah, they're like making extra double time here, so I think if we just click somewhere, we will... Oh, where'd they go? Did they drown? Looks like they kind of just disappeared. Get my base to load in here. Now it showed that they were right here. They must have drowned and all died. Well, that's pretty cool. After all of these adventures I've been on, I have to make sure that these guys are all being fed. He's getting hungry. Seems like Valamon and this Gorilla Bandit, because they are Shek. Oh no, this is a Shek as well. Just seems like they always are hungry by the time I end up coming back. Racial hunger rate is 0.80, so I'm not too sure why they have such difficulty. Let's just get Beep to feed them quick here. Okay, and get these guys them back on the roll here. That is really strange that they just kind of disappeared. Hive attack. Not sure what happened there. Okay, well, someone's attacking. So let's just have a look here. Just a pair of boots. So it must have been just this land bat. Jeez, negative 650. Wonder what he was doing to end up getting shot so much. I noticed there's a bunch of armor and stuff over here. So I guess I must have dropped all this on another occasion. Yeah, I'm not too sure. They were shooting this guy. Paste. Yeah, not too worried about him. Alright, looks like we're just within reach of the base here. Looks like we've got some hivers. Looks like they're going to be the only allies or neutral faction left, other than the Shek and the Flotsam Ninjas. Which is fine by me. I don't mind taking on everyone. Alright, so looks like we have made it back to the base. And might as well actually... Let's get them to stop. They can all kind of do their thing, whatever they want. We're going to get Jesse over here to put our queen into the place she belongs. What are you doing? Eh, she says. Alright, well, I'm just going to take this because I don't like when you have a weapon that you are probably less than capable of using. So we are going to just toss that in with the rest of them. Excellent. Alright guys, well, that concludes the trip down to the Southern Hive. Captured the queen. Found out what the king was all about. He seems like he's a pretty nasty fellow. So hopefully one day we can return and test some crossbows on him. I could have tried with Agnew, but I didn't want to end up running away from it and being eaten alive. Because I would imagine that guy does not stop eating you once he starts. So if you enjoyed this episode, please give it a like. Even a thumbs down doesn't matter to me. That's completely up to you. You guys make it what it is. Comment down below if there's something I missed that you would like to explain to me, and if you enjoyed what you have seen today, hit that subscribe button, and I do appreciate it. JD out.